And yeah, we're here at the moment with Ram and Grid, having a chat, Gridsy chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Recording this live on Twitch now, 10 p.m. Eastern, every Friday night. Don't miss it. Heck of a lot of fun. A lot more fun live than watching on the YouTube vid. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, of course, and get your comments below. Let us know what you think about the video. But guys, we need to start off with something before we get into the topics. Oh, you lot in chat, behave yourselves. So we need to work something out. We gotta draw a prize. We got to draw a prize here, Grid. So we're going to start this one off today. For those that don't know, last week our boy, of course, Grid attempted the Death Nut Challenge, and there was probably the best way to put it. Probably not the most flattering image that was sent around to us in a bit of a group chat. That's probably the best word for it, Grid. Yeah, so I spam that everywhere.
I've got live video footage of that session.
Video footage.
That was effectively my stomach. You are correct.
So we actually ran a competition using that image in our Discord server. The Discord server link is below because we're doing another one this week. I'm going to show you the image we're going to use this week in a few minutes. But we're going to be drawing the winner. Grid is actually going to select the winner. This is the best bit. I'm not going to select it. He's going to pick the best meme that he likes from the image of him after he did the Death Nut Challenge. So our first contestants, I've been through them all. Thank you so much to everyone that actually contributed and put a meme together for us. So the first one that we came up across are these two. So Evo put one in here. This is the image for Grid. So the first one from Evo. The moment you realise you have to go up against another executor in GAC with your malevolence counter that might fail on you again and make you finally go insane. So that's the first one. Mike Monkey threw one out there as well. 24 hours after GridCon, that's how you look. So that was an absolute ripper. Thank you so much. We've got a few more yet. There's plenty more yet. So we've got Atos throwing it out there. We've got a little bit of Muhammad Ali action, and our boy Grid's down for the count. Love it. Absolutely fantastic. Capital Games Ali taking out Grid for the count. So that was a ripper. Pobie, this one came from Pobie. And let's be clear, Pobie is an absolutely fantastic young lady. When she says she wants a second round, but your homies are waiting for you in Discord voice chat, that is absolutely true on so many fronts. That is absolutely hilarious. I really, really like that one. We've got 3 more to go as well, Grid. We're not quite done yet. So we've also got Warties. The Surgeon General has warned that drinking Fosters may be hazardous to your health. That's an absolute ripper. This one's a good one as well. I think it's Uwowie. I think it is. I'm sorry if I stuffed up the name, mate, but it's a ripper. Finding out that you lost a Zeta bet to Hynesy. That's how you feel after that. And then Zoltane's is a ripper as well. Think I smashed that subscription button on Rogue Actions a bit too hard. So there's some absolute rippers there, Grid. They're the finalists, man. Is there one that really you think is the best one? Because they are absolutely fantastic.
I gotta say, the community. I'm slightly disappointed. I didn't see a when you nut, but the girl is still sucking. You know that meme. I'm a little disappointed I didn't see that. Oh man. I'm gonna say my finalists. I would say in between. I really liked Evo's because that is absolutely how I read every single time that I see Executor. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so on my main account tonight. I kid you not. Prior to the Gridsy session, I do my streams and I saw Executor in the back wall and I was like, I don't even want to do ships, and so I haven't done them yet. So that's a contestant. I really like Evo's. Mike Monkey, 24 hours after GridCon. That's a really good one, but I actually surprisingly was okay after GridCon. I actually did okay.
Glad you did.
But that's a pretty good one. I would say probably between Evo and Pobie.
Yeah, Pobie's is a ripper. I'm not gonna lie.
Pobie's is an
pretty
absolute
damn funny.
ripper.
Yeah, it is good. I'm not gonna lie. Choice is yours, mate. Choice is yours. Evo or Pobes then? Which one's it going to be? Because they're both damn fine.
Good.
Which one, sorry?
Pobie. I gotta go with Pobie.
Pobie wins.
You can't
wins.
leave the boys. You can't leave the boys on read on voice chat. You got to get the boys on Discord.
So there we go. So guys, just a quick one to let you know there is another meme for this week. I'm not just going to throw Grid under the bus. That would be mean. So we're not going to do that. We have a brand new one again for this week. So go to the Discord server below. The link is there. Jump in there. There's a channel in there called Meme Competition. The image will be there. Cut and paste it. Add your own meme comments and go in the draw to win a free Gridsy t-shirt. This week's meme is this one here. That's it. So do your worst. Do your worst. Let rip. It's me looking like I've got the shits on. I think I just dropped a battle after that picture. Not going to lie. So guys, it's in the Discord server already. Get in there. Do your worst with it. We've had a couple of entries already that are pretty funny. So, yeah, I'm not going to throw my boy Grid under the bus without a little bit of self-harm as well in this case. So that's where we're at. So, guys, that's fantastic. So, congrats, Pobes. You won a Gridsy shirt. Well done. Very, very funny stuff. Guys, let's have a quick chat. We've had a lot happen this week. We got Rick Astley joining us soon as well. He's just on his way home, guys. He should be here very, very soon to pop in and chat. But hey, we've had some new character releases. We got some new events coming up, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we've got it all happening in about 4 weeks from now. We got Starkiller coming, man. No one saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming. And we need to give kudos to Crumb and the team that put the puzzle together. They did an absolutely fantastic job.
Oh my goodness!
They've set the bar high, unfortunately, now for themselves because they can't go back from that. So that was some pretty crazy stuff. But Ram, what are your thoughts with the puzzle, mate? And obviously with Starkiller coming, bit of a fan. What do you reckon?
Oh, the puzzle was bar none the hardest puzzle that Crumb's ever done. The fact that it spanned, 3 different continents and 4 or 5 different states and countries. How he even has the time to dedicate to that, more power to you. I was sitting there watching the streams and watching the Discord server in Swigo events. Those guys are off the rocker with how smart they can figure out all this stuff. Nope, I'm stupid. I'm flat out just an idiot when it comes to this. Not even gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean, you Relic 9 Mace Windu, so we already knew that.
I deserve that one. I deserve that one.
The bar was already.
I walked into that one.
The bar was kind of already pretty low. I mean, that's what they're saying.
True. It's okay. Heinesy's time is coming. But I will say though, I mean, the puzzle was amazing. I said, don't have a good enough brain for it, but I actually did expect Starkiller. Now, I will say I did not expect Starkiller this early, but if you guys didn't know, about 3 days prior, I was streaming some GAC, and I got told that the plot synopsis for Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 1 had leaked on IMDb. And so I immediately pulled it up, and in there it mentioned Vader, it mentioned Obi-Wan, and then it said... And Vader's apprentice, Galen Merrick, played by Sam Witwer. And so I was like, oh, 100%. That's easily Swigo's way to bring in Starkiller, because Starkiller is now canon. Galen Merrick is Starkiller. I was like, oh, this is amazing. This will be great for the game. I didn't expect it right this early, but
yeah.
Had I not known about the plot synopsis, I would have been a lot more surprised by the announcement, but I'm still super, super satisfied with it.
Yeah.
I want Starkiller.
Yeah, he's going to be crazy. He really is. Grid, your thoughts as well when you saw it, mate? I mean, you were really I saw you were really keeping an eye on the puzzle makers as well. You were hanging around in Swigo events at the time. And well done, Sig and the team over there in running it, guys. Every time a puzzle comes out, you make it absolutely incredible. So kudos to you guys. But Grid, I know that you were sort of right in there, mate, watching it all go down. And mate, it was it took them a fair time. I mean, it could have taken them longer. They finished it pretty damn quick. That was pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I'll say, ironically, actually, when the puzzle opened, I got so many DMs. So many people were like, "There's a new puzzle. Go click on it. Go stream. Go do blah 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 blah." And I kid you not, unironically or ironically, I guess, I was actually getting a haircut. And so everyone's like, the puzzle's live, go stream. And I was like, I can't, I'm getting a haircut. And anyways, I was not expecting a puzzle of that magnitude. That was wild. I mean, literally driving out the physical locations between Texas, California, Japan, Ireland. I mean, all over the place. That was absolutely wild. Absolutely incredible puzzle. Very awesome. My guess was actually I was looking for I was kind of hoping this was going to go towards some more SWTOR content. I actually thought maybe the next batch of people, because SWTOR is celebrating its 10-year anniversary next month, December.
Yep.
I did not know about Force Unleashed. Now, I loved Force Unleashed. I played it a lot, but I did not know it's also coming up on a 10-year anniversary. But I play SWTOR actually quite regularly, and I knew that its 10-year anniversary was next month. And so I actually was thinking this was going to be a pair of GLs from Satil Shan and Malgus. I was thinking maybe our next batch of characters there was going to be them too. I thought maybe Starkiller, might come to the game at some point. But I thought this batch of everything was leaning towards them. So really excited about Starkiller. He is an absolute, just like, man, if you played Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2, oh, dude, that dude is that man is just insane. That dude is absolutely insane. So I'm really looking forward to what he's going to bring to the game. What type of character he's going to be. I hope he's kind of a standalone. Like, a lot of people have already been like, oh, Starkiller with Lord Vader is going to be insane. Truthfully, I don't really want that. I want Starkiller to be his own squad. I want Starkiller and his own squad to be a GL rival. If I get Starkiller and his place is to be under Lord Vader, I'd be a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. Will he have a role there? Probably, I'm sure. But I would I would like to have Starkiller be his own thing. Anybody who's just like, no, throw Starkiller with Lord Vader, I'm going to be like, that's a little boring. Yeah. This dude actually technically fought and manhandled Vader. I would like to see him do something other than be just Lord, some support unit under Lord Vader. So that's where I'm coming from. But regardless, I think it's super awesome that Starkiller's coming to the game. I think it's really awesome that Dash Rendar is coming to the game. Yeah. He's going to be with the Scoundrels and all that good stuff. And obviously, whenever you think of Scoundrels, you think of the prepared mechanic. Yeah. I really hope he takes that to the next level, because we've never really seen the prepared mechanic really do all that much. Yeah. So I'm hoping he comes in and makes those Scoundrels or Smugglers, whatever it is. I really hope he makes them actually kick some serious booty. I think that would be awesome. Yeah. But I'm pumped. And we still have 3 requirements that we have no idea who they are. So I'm really excited to see what those next couple of characters are going to be. Dash Rendar and Starkiller have nothing to do with one another. And it's called a legacy event. So I'm wondering if this is going down a path of just like fan favorite characters that they're going to bring in. So I'm really excited to see who else is coming to the table.
So number one, thank you, Mall Pills, for making me Zeta young Lando, because now it actually has some sort of purpose. So thank you. Can't give you crap about that. But number two, I'm on the same boat of characters that maybe aren't canon but are fan favorites, and so I'm wondering if we might get. Obviously, Kyle Katarn is a huge fan favorite.
I feel like Kyle has to come to the game.
It has to be Kyle Katarn. That's got to be one of them. Mara Jade is an easy contestant. Mara Jade, Jason Solo is another easy contestant. There was who was?
Well, I saw who else?
What if we get like not
Talon.
Scion, Darth Bane? It doesn't have to be from the expanded universe. It can be from the KOTOR era as well. If it's legacy. So I'm
if we're talking legacy,
they could go with this.
I'm just trying to think of like, when you think of like who's a fan favorite character that's not in, because they called it a canon. Legacy event. So I'm kind of with you. I don't think they have to be canon characters, or maybe one of their characteristics is they are not canon. So like a lot of people have been like maybe Cal Kestis or Iden Versio. And I'm like, I think they're going to stay away from that. I think they're going to bring in people who specifically aren't canon. So I'm with you. I
Hondo
think
is too realistic. They're not going to do a Hondo.
yeah, Honda's too
That's too
realistic. I feel like
expected.
Kyle has to be one of them. Mara Jade would be awesome. Mitra Surik, Darth Revan's
Ooh.
apprentice would be
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
I saw some really cool comments about Darth Talon, which I think
Yep.
would be really awesome as well. Or maybe it is going to go a little bit more towards Force Unleashed, and we're going to see like Rom Koda, which would be really cool, and the droid, whatever his name is, and Juno and whatnot. They can go a lot of directions with this. Regardless, I'm excited. I think is a takeaway. Regardless, I'm pretty pumped about it.
They could do some really cool stuff with Starkiller's kit too. I would love to see them integrate. Obviously, at the lightsaber attack, and I'm assuming this is going to be Force Unleashed 1, where he only had one lightsaber, not two. But his lightsaber attacks always, had a sense of lightning, force lightning behind it, and so they could easily integrate some big hits with force lightning. Oh, man. The repulse ability obviously is
if they don't have
fan favorite
repulse,
as well.
I'm gonna raid
hands
CG
up in the air and
headquarters.
just
It would have to be some sort of an ability. It'd have to be one of the abilities in the kit, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm super
it's gonna
pumped
be
for it.
huge. It is going to be really, really. Yeah, I think there's none of those. I think the best thing about going down this direction is that the possibilities are endless. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
And I think the way that we've seen, Dash Rendar released and things like that, I think, as you said, the prepared mechanic really hasn't been used. It hasn't been effective for what we need it for in the game so far. And if it works the way I think they expect it to, I think we're going to find that the prepared mechanic will be a lot better than it was. And I think that maybe they're going to use these types of characters to shore up factions that probably need a bit of love and a bit of a boost. And maybe that's a way that they can do this. So, I think it'll be really, really interesting. Kalo Nord's another one they're throwing out there as well. I like that.
Oh, Kalo?
Yeah. So
Kalo would be really cool.
There's some real. I mean, they've already made him. He's in the game, right? He's in the Revan
Yeah, he's
event.
in the game already.
They've already
so.
got the kit. They've got the graphics done. They've just got to chuck him in. So give us a clumsy ass Jar
How
Jar.
cool would that be, by the way? So, like anyone who hasn't played KOTOR, if you don't know who Kalo Nord is, he's an extremely famous bounty hunter within the KOTOR universe.
Yeah.
So much so that like Jedi and whatnot feared this guy.
Yeah.
And when you fought him, the majority of the time you would die. I'm going to be honest. He was insanely difficult. Could you imagine? Obviously, one of his uniques would have to be 1, 2, 3. That would be really cool if he had a special ability called 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And after
insta-kill.
3 turns, he could instantly defeat any character.
I like
any
it.
character. I mean,
like it.
even if a galactic legend, I would love to see that.
That's a big call.
You instantly defeat any character. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
I would love to see that. And him in his famous clothing with, the blue and red kind of jacket with a hat and everything and the goggles. God, that'd be so cool.
I
That would
kind of
be
almost
so
wonder
awesome.
Love it.
if we're talking, underwhelming factions. I kind of almost wonder if they're going to do something with Imperial troopers, or not troopers, Imperial remnants, because as you know, we
There's
only
a
have
gap.
4 of them,
Yeah.
and you literally need to have 5 to make the Moff Gideon lead work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder if this is like especially with Mandalorian next year, maybe they'll do something with an extra. Maybe this is Flame Trooper or Scout Trooper. That it's another fan favorite character that people have been wanting, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They could go so many different directions with this, but
Yeah, and then I mean,
excited.
you have to take into consideration. I mean, how difficult this puzzle was just to announce Dash, and then Starkiller. Like, I feel like that sets a really high bar of who this could be. I like. Don't get me wrong. Maybe it is something with Imperial remnants, but if they were to then say, "Here's Flame Trooper," I'd be like, "Well." I feel like you pulled out a lot of cards just to tell us this is Flame Trooper. Like so far we've got
maybe Shadow
this
Trooper.
puzzle, Shadow Trooper.
Shadow Trooper would
Crumb
be really
at the end of the puzzle, when all the puzzle masters solved it, he did say this is the end for now. So I'm wondering, and I'm thinking another puzzle will be coming shortly for those other for those other characters that are required. So
yeah, possibilities are endless.
I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, Ricky Boy's here. Hello, Ricky. Rick Astley's joined us. Welcome, brother. We're just talking about the addition, of course, of Dash and fixing up the prepared mechanic. Is there something you want to see with the new event coming up? Obviously, with Dash and Starkiller coming. Any thoughts on who we might get or who you'd want?
With Dash, I don't have much to say. I don't really know who the character is besides what I've heard since his announcement. But speaking on the puzzles, I think the reason it was so difficult wasn't because it's going to be some huge announcement. It is, of course, out of left field, something they're never doing before. But Crumb has always talked about how he wants to step up the puzzle difficulty, how he doesn't want it solved in one day, how instead of 6 to 8 hours of puzzle and then an announcement coming at 7 p.m. at night, he would rather have kind of like intermittent announcement, like, so, you solved 30% of the puzzle, there's an announcement. Oh, now you got to solve the next 30% to continue and find out the next announcement, something like that. So that's my thoughts on that. People that I would like to see, a generic Imperial Remnant, like Ram said, would be great. But just around the Dash Rendar area, I have little to no expertise in it.
Cool. What about Starkiller? Is there anyone you think we're going to see coming that way? With the new event?
I hope not. I hope we don't get anyone else near him. The only person that I want to come to the game is Marin, and until that happens, I'm upset.
Marin, that'd be sweet. Yo, I'm totally on that. Absolutely.
But Marin is another one that we completely skipped the Night Sisters. If they're looking at taking factions that are just they're missing a little oomph. They're missing a little something. Yep. They're all right.
I'll give Marin a little oomph.
Prepared's useless. 100%. 100% I'll give Marin a little oomph. But Marin would be an easy asset to the Night Sister faction.
Oh my god.
Yep. Because the Night Sister faction, I mean, I can make it do anything. But unless you want to invest into 2 Relic 8s and multiple Relic 7s, your Night Sisters are mainly used for beating JKR if you ever see it on defense, and just kind of a Swiss Army knife for B+ teams. Now, if there's a Conquest Marin, I'd hate to say it, I'd still do Conquest if it was Conquest Marin, but I'd rather buy her. It would make Night Sisters just a bump up, and all she'd need is like either a daze or a damage immunity, maybe something like that. That would be great.
Protection recovery too. Night Sisters
protection recovery would be big. It would be very big.
Night Sisters have been missing that this whole time.
I like it. I like it. Guys, we need to talk about... I've got to get out my inner CG shill now, apparently, lately. We need to talk... Oh, God, what a joke. Seriously, what an absolute joke. Have people forgotten that I play the game at, 9mm GP and, spend it every once in a while? Apparently not. Okay, guys, let's talk. And I reckon it's a pretty damn fine deal. Hyperdrive bundles going half price. For a new player, for a player coming in to the game. Not all of us that have played it for a long time, right? We know all that. But for anyone coming to the game really trying to get a leg up to try and get some traction in the game and get some pretty good characters along the way to help get them up and running, half-price bundle's pretty damn fine. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. I'm not selling it because I work for them because I'm Australian. No one cares about us down here anyway. We're all actors. We're not even real. So, guys, what do you think about the bundle at half price? Do you think it's a pretty good deal or what?
Look, I mean, I feel like there's not many people out there, and none that I really know of, that have said the Hyperdrive bundle is a bad deal, even at $100. If you have ever considered spending any amount of money on the game, the Hyperdrive bundle has always been the way to go. Just if you're ever like, maybe over the course of the lifetime of this game, I'll spend $100, just get it out of the way, get the Hyperdrive bundle. It's easily the best value to money there is in the game. And the fact that it's now half off, so $50, I mean, absolutely the progress gain from the Hyperdrive bundle is just crazy. So for $50, if you're just like, nope, I'm never going to spend any money, great, stay with that, never spend any money. If you're even thinking about like maybe spending a couple of bucks here and there over the course of the game, the Hyperdrive bundle is just a million times worth it.
Yep.
I mean, that's like going out to dinner at some place, and you will get months and months and months of progress from the Hyperdrive bundle. But if you don't want to spend money, don't do it. But like, that's for $50. Wow.
Yeah,
So
not
I
only
have,
does the go ahead.
I have a baby account, 750K, entirely free to play, never put a dime into it. And it's GAC geared. I'm undefeated in GAC this season. I'm having it's at the point where I'm playing that account last because it's enjoyable for me over my main at that point. It's a whole different strategy than having every GLs and seeing a GL wall on defense every single GAC. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I am seriously considering breaking the free-to-play account to get the Hyperdrive bundle because of the crucial stuff it gives you. It gives you access to ships at the very beginning, which is huge at that level. It allows you to sim all the nodes in the game, right? So I can sim and get Zetas, I can sim and get ability mats, I can sim and get all kinds of things right at the beginning of the game. Even though I'm already level 85 and I have most of the characters that's in there, the value that it brings, the gear alone brings so much value. And at $50, it's amazing. It's an amazing deal. But I think that I get the feeling that they're doing this out of necessity, because if you look at certain other games like, maybe Marvel Strike Force and Disney Source Arenas and whatnot, things of that comparison of something that's going to help do a lot for your game and your account, they're around that same price. And so Hyperdrive bundle has been super, super expensive, literally double that price. So I feel like this is EA's way of trying to level the playing field and get back into the playing game a little bit.
I like it. Yep.
But I'm happy for it.
No, absolutely. Any thoughts, guys, with the Omicrons at the moment? I mean, I'm hanging on to mine. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to use it yet. I think we're going to see the Omicrons going forward. I think they're going to be one in pretty well every character. It's going to be the new Zeta. Every character's got one. I just feel that's probably the direction we're going now. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think with the new characters coming along, we know Boba, obviously, if you're into Territory War, you're going to want the Omicron on it because he just makes that insane.
He needs 60.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations, guys, where I want your opinion on the Omicrons. I think that they're certainly going to be a huge part going forward now, and the drop rates still suck.
Yeah, I was going to say, other than the drop rates suck?
Yeah, I don't see that every character will have one, but I do see at least one per faction, or maybe two for underused factions like Phoenix. I could see that to make them more mode specific. Like if you could make Phoenix at least have an attempt in light side GOTB, that would be a really great thing. Or even just have them be a lot better in Territory War, Grand Arena, because all the other PvE modes are pretty much, not useful. If every character got one at 60 per character, that's going to be a heartbreak. That's going to be a really big heartbreak for a lot of people, because you're going to spend 2 months for one character.
Yeah, for anyone who was around the time of the introduction of Zetas into the game, there's this group of people, the first couple hundreds or thousands or whatever, will just throw Zetas onto whoever it is, whoever might be meta at the time or whatever it is, and stuff will start to emerge. But for like 95% of the player base, just wait. Just hang on a second. People like myself and Hynesy and Molepills and probably Ram and Rick and these people who might have a little bit more resources to spare will throw it on some of these people, and we'll figure out that's a little lackluster. This one's actually pretty sweet, whatever it is. But for like 95% of the player base, I'd say just hang on to them. Just wait.
Yep. Just
wait. People will make the mistakes before you. Will be like, dear God, do not put that thing on this person, or dear God, absolutely 100% put it on this person. For the majority of people out there, I say just hang on to them. They take a long time to get. It's just like my advice with the R9. Hang on to it, wait for it, see what happens in a couple of months, because it takes so long to get them. Just hang on a minute, and people will make the mistakes for you
yes,
to figure out where you should invest your material. So Yeah, when it comes to those Omicrons or whatever the crap they're called, noms, just hang on to them for a second, and we'll figure out where they're supposed to go.
Love it. No, absolutely love it, guys. Awesome, fantastic. Thanks so much. Back next week recording, guys. 10 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it.